don't think he gets that maximum effort that he could, and he's kind of like the Wilt Chamberlain of his age. That if he just went balls out, we would be so amazed by LeBron James. Even if you're amazed now, I do think sometimes he just takes it easy because I'm LeBron James, and if I put up 20, 25 points, can't nobody say nothing about me. That's what I believe. You'll never get me to say nothing bad about LeBron James besides he be on some bullshit sometimes. But that's it. I'm a gigantic LeBron supporter, so I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. My man Big L said these college guys don't want Hunt to ever play again. Shannon Shaw said the best. Exactly. I was gonna go there in a second. If doctors, I must give you big ups to my man Big L for saying if doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs get to keep their job, then to my man Kareem Hunt should be able to also. But the reason I'm commending the Carolina Panthers for offering their players the assistance of a mental health specialist. A lot of us may be suffering from mental illness and don't even realize it. And the reason I say that is this. Just some of the trauma that I went through. I've seen one of my friends get his brain shot right out of his head. I was living in the community, whereas me and some of my friends literally would make the statement, hey man, let's hurry up and get down to the restaurant real quick before they start shooting. I've actually been on a basketball court taking a jump shot, and somebody, I'm not going to say his name because I know his name now, and somebody literally shot the ball out of the sky on the way to the rim. That had to have some kind of negative effect on me. It may manifest in other areas of my life. I used to have anger management issues. As I've gotten older, I've gotten control of them. I didn't need a mental health specialist, but maybe I did, and I just didn't ever get it addressed. So when these young brothers like Kareem Hunt, whatever that little chick said to him, he should have been like, look here, word just ran with itch. Get up out my face. Because I'm the man, He should have made, but whatever she said, it triggered him to the point where his friends and other people couldn't hold him back. And then the last kick was just, that was his way of continuing to demoralize her, because he didn't really try to kick her hard. It was like, get the fuck out, And I'm not justifying violence against anybody. My stand on domestic violence is my same stand on traditional violence. You should only be defending yourself. And we must teach, like my quote, this is me. I raised my daughter right, so I won't have to kill one of y'all's sons. And if we continue to raise our daughters in a manner that, so they realize, don't get me put in the penitentiary for one of these buffoons that you hanging out with. And we raise our sons, don't put your hands on nobody's daughter, because I can't stop somebody's father from uncle or grandfather or brother come to kill your ass. Then and only then we will be able to put a cap on this domestic violence thing. And then that's why I'm commending these Carolina Panthers for even addressing the mental illness. And I'm not saying, oh man, that dude crazy, that's why he did it. No, he's not crazy. He does not have the coping skills to deal with the anger that he may just be manifesting itself in different ways, shapes, and forms. But when you have a mental health expert, it teaches you potentially, or you have the ability to learn conflict resolution. And when you have conflict resolution, even things that set you off won't set you off. You'll be able to think through the process and not just attack. Because when you come from my community and other communities that were just like mine, you push, fight. That's all you know. Push, either you run or you fight. Fight or flight. That's it. But when you have someone to say, no, Mr. Hunt, this is an alternative to that. It's easy for my main man, Shannon Shaw. Shout out to Shannon Shaw for being a black man, speaking up for black man topics on a non-black network or a non-traditional platform. Hunt is getting a raw deal. He's definitely getting a raw deal. Shout out to Shelly B for joining me. She's a bench warmer. She's been on the show before. Much love. But I just don't think, that's why I'm commending the Carolina Panthers for offering the services of a mental health expert. Now you can sit down and have a conversation with someone, and it is an independent person, which that's the only reason I'm big up in them. This is not somebody who is working for the team so they can go back and report to the ownership. This is an independent person, so you know it is private. So even though we know if you got enough money, you can pay for what the hell you want, i.e. TMZ releasing that. And then that's why I'm big up in them. In regards to the Kareem Hunt deal, and Shannon Sharpe, according to Big L, Shannon Sharpe spoke on it. Hey, fun fact. I always get a fun fact. Fun fact. Everybody talking about he shouldn't be allowed to play again, and these athletes will learn. If that's the case, the number one, Google it if you don't believe me, the career with the most accounts of domestic violence are the police department. Police officers commit the most acts of domestic. They have the most issues with domestic violence of all careers in the United States of America. So let's start at getting rid of some of these angry, violent cops. Yo, H-Rap, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, 63rd Bishop. I know, hey man, I can get to it, brother. Yeah, man, we from the same bricks, man. We come from the same bricks. I'm from the north side, you're from the west side. I'm in the south side. I was born on the west side. My family on the west side and the south side. 74th and Ada, not too far from where you from. Yes, policeman. So exactly. My main man Big L said police most suicide also. They're at the very top. So these are fucked up police. So yeah, that's my girl Shelly B. So yeah, so if we gonna start not letting people ever work again, we need to start aiming at the cops too. Because who better not to have somebody with a job than an angry, wild, out of control motherfucker with a gun? If you gonna hit my door to punch in the eye, I'll fuck you up. But I can't fuck with you if you got a gun. I ain't finna stand on the street and shoot it out, which when you put your hands on my daughter, I'm gonna die for. I'm just saying the average person can't just stand there and fight it out with a cop. But so nah, man, this young brother Kareem Hunt is 22 years old. Hey, most men listening and most men in our community, if we can go back to 22 years old, if you grew up in an impoverished situation or working class situation, you were doing something. If you didn't get caught, you were doing something to get your ass thrown up under the jail. So I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago. How can we hold young people to the same standard as old people? We must remove ourselves from these. She was a bitch and a hoe. Damn. Man, my girl Shelly B going hard in the paint. She like shot. But okay, hey, my parents are part of the movie. My father was killed dead in the streets of Chicago by a cop getting struck in his head. So I'm never defending a white cop struck in his head. I'm not defending nobody from no other culture. I'm black. I ain't anti-nothing. I'm pro-us. I'm team Nubian. But the girl in this instance did tell the police nothing happened. I got to give her props. Chandeliers should not be mixing with ceiling fans. Shout out to Tiffany. Woo! That was powerful. I like that. Still in there. You follow me on Twitter at @AStrap_BRB. Still in there. But like I said, Jungle Band. Oh my God, they be going hard at my man Jungle Brother. It's hard in the paint, man. But like I was saying, she did tell the police that day nothing happened. That's why Kareem did get arrested that day. The girl he kicked in the ass did stick up for him. We must. Hey, I ain't for signing up for nobody on the other team. I ain't, I'm not big up. Me, Bill Clinton was the man. Fuck Bill Clinton. I ain't signing up for none of this good guy shit. But I got to give her peas. She did fall on the sword like a soldier, so I got to give her props. I can't kick you when you stood up, when you stood true. She probably called the boy a nigga. That's why he was gonna whoop her ass. But she did when the police came. She stuck up for him. Slap that stupid. Come on, Shelly B, you going too hard. You swing. You must be from Cabrini Green. Shirley B, you from Chicago, you from the Green Projects, Good Time Project, you know what? Shirley B from the Projects. She's straight out of Cabrini. Or if not, I'm from Cabrini, from down the street from Cabrini. I'm gonna make you an honorary resident. You hard in the paint. I like that though. But I got to, back to the brother Kareem Hunt, man. I ain't throwing this young 22-year-old man under the bench. I'm under the he could be on the end of the bench. If you listen, I know you listening, Kareem. I'm big up in you. So call your boy. Hit me on @HRAP_B. You come on the show and tell your story uncolonized. But I do, these young brothers, I said this about these college coaches, the Nick Sabans, the Urban Meyers, and all these dudes. Y'all at these big universities with all these mental facilities. Get some of these young brothers some counseling. Teach them some coping mechanisms to deal with the violence. You saw the young brother about 3 years ago when Alabama was playing, I think they were about to beat Clemson the first time, when the young brother spazzed out on the assistant coach. That is an inability to cope. Pressure got high, and all he knew was to lash out. Get these young brothers some people to talk to. Conflict resolution. If I had conflict resolution in a business environment, won't you get these young brothers some conflict resolution in life? And then, and only then, will they stop lashing out. Then you'll realize, I don't have to beat you to beat you. I don't. So, I'm not going to say, oh, fuck him. He should never hit a woman. We should never hit another person. And I am a firm believer in, as I said at the top of the show, if you violate my humanity, you do not get to dictate the terms of my response. When you violate me, I'm going to retaliate. And it may be in a violent manner. It shouldn't be, but it may be. So don't violate me and then say, well, I only slapped you, H-Rap. Why you shoot me? Because you shouldn't have put your damn hands on me. So until we teach people to not violate other people's humanity, not violate our personal space and be disrespectful, we have to start doing it that way before we start saying you should never hit a woman. Nobody should hit anybody unless you're protecting yourself. And the fact that the ignorant bitch had it coming, damn, Shelly beat me, and she stay in the paint. Shit, for 3, man, you, whoa. I don't know, Shelly B, you're going too hard. So, whoa. But we got to start doing that. We got to be respectful to our fellow human beings. You can't violate somebody and then, oh man, you should only do it this way. No. Violation. It is determined by the person who's violated. That's it. That's all. You can't slap me and then say, oh, you should only punch me. I'm going to hit you in the head with a bat. But make sure you don't violate nobody else. If anybody hip-hop fans, it's just like in that skit with the Fugees. Somebody kick you 5 times, you're going to let them kick you 5 times. Me, I'm cutting your motherfucking feet off. Ain't going to be no more kicking. And that's the problem. What really strikes me as a problem is when I turn on these damn shows with these people and they want to tell people, they want to talk about, well, you should never hit this and he should never be forgiven. Tell you what, white America, if Kareem Hunt should never be forgiven for what he did, me and my brothers and my sisters need to be mad at each and every one of y'all forever for what y'all did. But y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that smoke. Oh, no. Those are our ancestors. Well, you benefiting from what your ancestors did, so I'm still mad at you. But you don't want that smoke. So you need to pull some of that smoke off this young 22-year-old young man and get him some psychological help, have him get some therapy, some conflict resolution and stuff like that, and then let this boy continue on with his career. Because what you really want to do is put him back in these streets and hope that he sells drugs and put him in the cage. And that's something I'm not willing to say he don't deserve a second chance. Because guess what? If I would have been that dude who Bill Romanowski spit on, I'd be getting out the mall. That's all I'm saying. But y'all don't want us to hate Bill Romanowski into perpetuity. So, hey, y'all need to cut this brother some slack and get him some help. And I'm still mad at the fact that we should have just walked the hell away from this fucking NFL.